going to put this little clip at the front of our videos today because we got a lot of emails saying, man, it was a choppy market. We got knocked out on the 1 hour chart. And, how do you stop getting stopped out? How do you just prevent that? And wow, folks, that's probably one of the biggest questions asked in trading. What I want to start with first is notice this little slide I have here. You lose some really big and you win some. And it's amazing how the losers just are so big, right? They're huge. They're always right in the forefront of your mind, and they're bigger than any of the wins you think possible. Over the last couple of weeks, if you go back and review the videos, we had winners that ran 70, 150, 140. We had several sessions of those, just awesome. We had some great trading sessions, some where there were no losers. Then we had some where we got a loser, and then we turned around and got us back in and got in the market. And then last night the market just opted to, on the 1 hour basis, just spike us out. So I think it's really important to realize, number one, you cannot stop and prevent stop outs from happening. If that is your goal, wrap it up, close it up, and give your money to somebody to manage because it's not going to happen. To effectively learn how to trade and trade management and learn risk, that's what you can do. That's how you come out the winner at the week's end, at the month's end, and at the year's end. You cannot stop losers from happening. So you can filter them down to a certain point, but you cannot prevent them. And that's probably one of the biggest fears that everyone has. Well, I don't want to lose. Well, neither do I. But again, I've talked about this before. I love losing. It doesn't happen a whole lot, but I love losing because I know that the next winner is right around the corner. So look at how we've set this text up. This is how most people consider losing. It's just huge. It's all encompassing. It's right in front of their mind. They can't get away from it. And winning, well, it's this little thing that might be down here, might happen, and well, may never happen to me again because I've had a couple stop outs. Stop it. Just stop it already. Stop thinking that way. You have a high probability trading system. It's going to pay you over the long term. Don't let some price action over a few days throw you off your plan. So I really hope that you take this information to heart, and especially as you review some of the videos and we give some commentary on the upcoming videos that we're going to look for the trading examples as well as looking at some of the stop outs that came in the last session that we did. So I really hope you benefit from this information, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the video. All right, let's take a look at the Euro USD for the upcoming November the 11th session. As you can see yesterday, up, down, back, forth, smack me one way, smack me the other way. That's the way it was. And man, I woke up and ready to trade today. So that's just kind of the day it was. You can see that daily candle up and down, very short range. It's really, when it's that tight, very disastrous for 1 hour traders a lot of time. It didn't even allow us to fund, it didn't even allow us to fund. So it wasn't a whole lot of fun. But that's how it is some days. Trading is the greatest career you could have, so provide you all kinds of freedom. You got to take the days like we had yesterday. All right, take a look at this 4 hour chart. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Whiplash everywhere. That's just how it goes. And as we said, we're going to comment on it throughout the videos tonight. People ask, how do I stop that from happening? You can't. You can't control the market. If you could stop it, you could control the market. Please, if that's the case, we put a lot of free stuff on the internet for you to learn. When you can control the market, call me, help me out a lot. All I need to do is trade like a week like that. If you could control the market, and I'll be good. I'll never have to trade again. But that's not the case. Saying, how do I stop stop outs is saying, how do I control the market? You just can't do it. So you take a look at that price action, not a lot, not very forgiving. As we said yesterday, we have to take that profit aggressively. That's what the market was. It didn't even give us an opportunity on a 60-minute chart. Now, I believe it stopped us out, but I believe it stopped out most of you as well, because we had this low down here, if I remember right. And on the euro dollar, at least we only had one real stop out, right? It never came back up above this high. We did get that imaginary trend line in the future. A couple people said that they got this, right? That they got that trend line break, this close below it. A couple people said they got this, but as you can see here, it did not move very far. We didn't get that. We actually got stopped out. We were a little bit lower here, so we figured a lot of people got taken in on this candle and got stopped out. Yeah, we're sorry. But if this choppy market like this, there were some people that got that as a winner, but there were some people that had this line a little bit higher and were taken in because they thought right in there is where we were looking at it, and they were taken in on this close here, and then it came back out, and technically they were stopped out. That's, like I said, that's how it goes. So the 1 hour chart, again, still very, very choppy, right? So we're going to go down to the 30-minute chart. A good thing about having this extremely tight range, and this is a very, very, very tight range for the euro dollar. One of the best things about that is overall, most of the price is contained within 50 pips for the last day and a half. That means we're going to be looking for some kind of a good breakout. So as you can see, we have a bunch of choppy price action in here. We're going to move out this trend line here at this point. We're going to put in a new support line right in here. And what we're going to watch for in the upcoming November 11th sessions are we're going to look for a close, as crazy as it might sound, we're going to look for a close above this level here, above this trend line on a 30-minute chart, and we're going to take some money off, especially as we come close up to these highs. A close above this level here on a 30-minute chart might give us some time to fund this. That's not a big range. It's right in the middle. You may want to wait for that. That's going to be our lowest probability trade of the evening. The highest probability trade, again, we're going to wait for is a close above this level here on a 60-minute chart to go long, a close below this level here on a 60-minute chart to go short. Now, that's the key buy and sell that we're going to be looking for. The other one is going to be I'm going to delete this line here because that's our lowest one. We just wanted to comment on it. Is if you see this trend line that's kind of forming on here, what we're expecting is maybe is price to come up here, retest these highs, look at it, and if it holds, and it gives us some kind of close below this trend line or whatever trend line happens when it's up here, then we'd be looking for a sell on a close below that future trend line on a 60-minute chart. Likewise, if price comes down to this level down here and holds and doesn't want to go down any further, and we get some kind of trend line out here in the future that looks like this, and price closes above it on a 60-minute chart, we're going to be looking to get into that trade, and then again taking money off as we get near this high, because it could just as easily come back here and bounce back in here a few more times. So there's 2 buys and 2 sells. If you want to trade in the range, we told you about the futuristic trend lines. If you want to trade outside the range, wait for those closes on the 60-minute chart and then trade in that direction. That's what we're going to be looking at on the euro dollar for the upcoming November the 11th session, folks.